It's time for Speaking of Speaking. Quick tips and tools to take you from stage fright to spotlight. This podcast gives you an inside look from the world of public speaking and speaking secrets you need to be bold from the stage, no matter what business you're in. The host of Speaking, Carl Richards.
Thank you very much, Matt. Another edition of the Speaking of Speaking podcast. Today we're talking about the scary truth about Facebook Live and why your business needs it. Even if it scares the pants off you, that it's something that you need. And even though Facebook has changed with its algorithms, it's still a great tool for getting your message about your business out there. Before I get to that, though, I wanted to give you another edition of something we do from time to time. It's called Tales from the World of Public Speaking. And I was reviewing some articles this week. One of the things I noticed was from a fellow speaker trainer. His name's TJ Walker. He's out of the States. And he has a great video, and the video, it's a very short video, but he nails down the fact that, public speaking, when it comes to speaking, great leaders, we're talking about world leaders, but also thought leaders, industry leaders, corporate leaders, they just don't give great speeches. They tell compelling stories. And that really resonated with me because one of the things I've noticed over the last few years is that it's less about what you know, it's more about how you connect with your audience, because the audience wants to know that you're connecting with them on a personal level. Which brings me to what I wanted to talk about today, which is Facebook Live. Now, when we do Facebook Live videos, we tend to shy away from them to begin with because, let's face it, we're not comfortable with speaking. We're also not comfortable being in front of a camera, although with everyone having a camera on their cell phone now, more and more people are becoming more comfortable with being in front of the camera. But here are some reasons why you should be using Facebook Live in order to reach more clients. Number one, it's an easy-to-use video platform, and it showcases you. Yes, there is still some Facebook noise and clutter you have to cut through, but it showcases you. The people you follow, chances are a lot of them are attracted to you and your messaging, and they're doing that through such things as Facebook Live. Give yourself the opportunity to showcase what it is that you do and show that, yes, you are the expert in whatever your field is. Number two, portability. You can share on Facebook, of course. You can share your video there. You can share it to your Facebook page. You can grab the embed code and place the video right on your website, which I've done many times. You can also repost your video in Facebook groups that you have permission to post in. I probably post my Facebook Live videos in 10 to 20 other groups. So as soon as I shoot my video and I'm finished recording it, I will share it on those pages. And it gives me a little more traction. Now, mind you, not everyone's going to see it, and some people might not see the video for a while, but it's out there, and it's always out there. Another reason you should be using Facebook Live to reach more clients, and this is the one I really like, it's free. That's right, it's free. Anytime you can tap into something that's free, why wouldn't you? Especially if it's going to help you ramp up your business. It's going to help you level up by constantly getting in front of your clients with information that's going to position them so that their problem, whatever it is, can be solved. Because that's what you're going to do in your Facebook Live videos. You're always going to be helping your audience, whoever it is. And it doesn't matter whether you're a massage therapist or a coach or a real estate agent, whatever it is, you can share with your audience the solution to one of the problems that is out there. I have a real estate agent colleague, and she's always sharing with people not only about different properties that she has for sale, which is a great way to connect with people, but she's also sharing with people about the rules, some of the things that you need to know if you're looking at buying a home or selling a home. She's always doing that. And that's a great way to have some of those questions answered and those problems solved, like I already said. Here are 7 big mistakes, though, that people are making when it comes to Facebook Live. And I've been doing Facebook Live videos for about 3 years now, and I still see people making these mistakes all the time. I treat Facebook Live videos like any other video because I like to repurpose the video. I like to put it on my website, like I said, or I like to share it on other platforms, or definitely share it in other groups. I want that video to be 100% professional and top-notch every single time. So here are those 7 mistakes people are making when it comes to Facebook Live. Number 1, shaky phones. You've seen these videos before where somebody's holding the phone and they're doing it while they're walking, or they're doing it while they're doing something else, or they're distracted, and or they're just sitting down, and because they're holding the phone as opposed to putting it on a tripod, the phone starts to shake a little bit. That can be very distracting to the viewer. For those people who are doing their Facebook Live videos while they're walking, and I know people that do it, and they're very successful with getting their message out. You're trying to be real. You're trying to be personable. You're trying to put yourself in a real situation, such as going for a walk and talking to your audience. The audience will appreciate it more. The audience will appreciate your message more if your phone is not continuously shaking all over the place. Number 2, second big mistake people make while doing Facebook Lives. Doing it while driving. Firstly, in Canada at least, doing a Facebook Live video while driving, it falls under the category of distracted driving, which carries a hefty fine, not to mention demerit points. So why would you take the chance in doing it? Not only that, if you are doing your Facebook Live video while you're driving, where is your attention? Is it on the camera, which is your audience, or is it on the road? I'm hoping it's on the road because if you're driving, that's where your attention should be. Where should the attention be, though, if you are connecting with your audience in a Facebook Live video? It should be on them. Eye contact is huge. If you cannot make eye contact with your camera phone, then your audience might think you're not talking to them. They might think you're talking to somebody else. Not only that, but again, it is illegal. It is considered distracted driving, not to mention it's dangerous. Number 3, big mistake people make while doing Facebook Live, poor lighting. Lighting is important, and I've wrestled with this challenge from time to time too. Times of the year where lighting is worse, such as in the winter. So I have different lights now that I can use. I have some fairly powerful side lights. I have an LED light I can put on a tripod and have just throw some light on me so I don't look washed out, or I don't look like I'm in a dark room. So be advised of that. Poor lighting, especially if you are sharing that video on different platforms, you want to make sure the lighting is as good as you can get it. Big mistake number 4 people make with Facebook Live video. Poor choice of environment, location, bad sound, background noise, such as, like I already mentioned, doing your Facebook Live video while walking. Here's another thing that I've heard people do their Facebook Live video while they're at the beach or while they're somewhere on vacation. I get it. You want to connect with your audience and let them know that, hey, this is a life that you can have. If you're going to do that, make sure you are using a microphone that you can plug into your phone, a portable microphone. They do exist. They're anywhere from, I think, $5 or $6 on Amazon, upwards to $20 or $30. But that's going to help you with the sound quality. If you're just using a phone, though, and you're doing it down by the waterfront, it's possibly going to pick up some noise, some wind noise as well that you don't want. And that will affect the quality of your video. Big mistake number 5 people make with Facebook Live videos. Poor connection issues. This goes back to location as well. If you are doing your video while driving, you're probably not on Wi-Fi. If you're doing your video while you're at the beach, you're probably not on Wi-Fi. If you're doing your video while you're in an area that doesn't have good cell phone coverage, you're definitely not on Wi-Fi, and there's a good chance your connection may be cut off. So make sure you have a solid connection. Wi-Fi, to me, is the best. If you don't have Wi-Fi, make sure you have a good, solid connection, though, wherever you are. Number 6, big mistake people make when doing Facebook Live, being not clear with their messaging, scattered with their content. That shows not only a lack of preparation, but it speaks to your credibility and it speaks to your level of professionalism. You wouldn't go into your work environment or you wouldn't go meet with a client and be unprepared. I give the analogy, you wouldn't take your car to an auto mechanic that was just going to wing it when it came to fixing your car. You wouldn't do that. You would hope they knew what they were doing, they were ready to go. Same thing with your content and your messaging with your videos. It has to show professionalism. It has to show preparation. Otherwise, you're just spitballing, and maybe the message you're really intending to say is getting lost. Not only that, it speaks to point number 7, big mistakes people make, where then your content is too long, or maybe it's too short for that matter. But if you are focused on being prepared, then there's no way your Facebook Live video will be too long. I like to do my Facebook Live videos anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes. Lately, what I've been doing is lining them up with when I release my podcasts. So I'll do a short 2 to 3 minute Facebook Live video, and then I'll encourage people to get the full story from my podcast. So for this podcast, for example, I've already done a Facebook Live video that drives people to the podcast. So it's dual marketing. I'm marketing through Facebook Live, and then I'm driving people to my podcast where the full message is there and lots of information to share as well. So those are 7 big mistakes people make with Facebook Live. Now, here are 7 steps you need to grow your client base using Facebook Live. These are the things you want to do. Content. Number 1, content is king. What is your purpose for shooting your Facebook Live video? Is it to share some information with people? Is it to talk to them about different events you're hosting? Is it about being more personable and more real? Whatever it is, you have to make that decision and make the content the most important part of the video. Number 2, decide on the timing. Decide right away before you shoot your first Facebook Live video. How long do you want to go? Do you want to speak for 60 seconds? Do you want to speak for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? And by the way, if it's a longer video, if you're thinking of doing a longer Facebook Live video, set up an invitation for people. Create an event out of it and invite people that way. That way, people are aware if you're going to be speaking longer, and they won't get upset if you're keeping them watching for too long. Because we live in a very fast-paced environment today, which means people will jump in for 2 or 3 minutes and watch, which is perfect if your Facebook Live videos are only a couple of minutes, maybe 2 to 5 minutes max. But if you're going for longer, you need to tell your audience at 7 o'clock tonight, I'll be doing a 10-minute Facebook Live video on the 3 things you need to do to grow your business, whatever it is. Number 3, invest in a tripod. That'll help with the shaky camera syndrome that I mentioned earlier. A tripod, you can get them for anywhere from $15 up to several $100s. The $1,500 version tripod for a Facebook Live video really is all you need. Or a desktop tripod will work well too. And you can get those again from Amazon or from a local entertainment store. Number 4, check the lighting. Make sure the lighting is adequate for what you're doing. And if it's not, fix it. Either turn on more lights if you can, or invest in an LED light that will throw a little bit more light on you so it doesn't look like you're in a dark room. Number 5, rehearse a couple of times and then go live. I've been doing Facebook Lives now for, as I said, about 2 years, 3 years now. And I still rehearse. There are sometimes I don't need to rehearse. I have the ability to open the microphone and start speaking and hit a lot of my content. But I still like to know that I am 100% where I need to be. So don't just wing it, especially if speaking is something that is not natural for you. Give yourself some practice time. Number 6, smile. You're on camera. Don't forget, engage your audience. Smile. Engage with your voice. Engage with your facial expressions. Engage with gestures even, if you can. And number 7, don't forget to share that video to your Facebook page. Grab the embed code for your website. Share it to other Facebook groups or pages as well where you have permission. 7 steps to growing your client base using Facebook Live. Content, make sure you nail it down and you know exactly what you want to cover on every video. Decide on the timing. And if it's a longer Facebook Live video, send out an invitation. Don't forget the tripod. Steady your performance, I guess you could say, by using either a tabletop tripod or even a full floor stand tripod. Check the lighting. Make sure you can be seen and the lighting is adequate. Don't forget to check your surroundings as well. I've seen people do Facebook Live videos and there's a number of things in the background that maybe they don't want people to see, so check that too. Rehearse a couple of times, then go live. Smile. Don't forget, you're on camera, and engage your audience. And finally, share that Facebook Live video to your Facebook page, grab the embed code for your website, and share in other Facebook groups too, and pages where you are allowed to do that. So now that you know about Facebook Live, you're able to take that marketing tool and grow your business even more. I hope this information has been helpful. Just wanted to mention one more time about the event that myself and Diana Lidstone are holding coming up on May the 10th in Kingston and May the 31st in Ottawa. It's Speak with Confidence and Grow Rich. Conquer your speaking fears and grow your business. So if the thought of speaking makes you sick to your stomach, then we can help you with that. Here's what we cover: 9 mistakes that might be keeping you stuck, the 5 secrets to crushing your speaking fears forever, 3 outcomes you need to be an effective speaker both on and off stage, a step-by-step guide to turning your talk into clients and cash, and much, much more in that full day. $597 only about for each location.
Thanks for listening to the Speaking of Speaking podcast. Fired up about something you heard today? Want to learn more? Be sure to visit carlspeaks.ca. And don't forget to follow Carl on Twitter at carlrichard72 or join the Facebook group Speaking of Speaking.
carlspeaks.ca. Until next time, it's Carl Richards. Get out there and own the platform.